Hello and welcome back to the Quad Life. Well, when you receive a spinal cord injury, there are a lot of physical changes that go on, but that's not the only changes that need to occur. You also need a place to live. So, modifying a house, either one that you're already living in or building a new place, are some of the changes that need to also occur before leaving the hospital. So, what are some of the key points or areas you need to look at if you're modifying a house or possibly building a new one? Well, when I was originally injured, my family was living in what's called a split foyer house, which you go in the front door and then there are steps that go up to the main floor or down to the basement. Either way, it's not very wheelchair accessible. Thankfully, the house did have a level entrance from the garage into the basement, but that was it. So when I was about probably 5 or 6, pretty young yet, we heard about someone that was in a town close to us that had used a type of elevator, or what is called a porch lift, that the person using it had passed away, so they no longer needed it. So therefore we looked at it. It fit my wheelchair, so we got it. So Dad made it so that I could go around to the back of the house and use the lift to go up onto the deck, outside, and then into the kitchen in the back. So this worked for a few years, but finally when I was getting to late grade school and into junior high, my parents built a house that we're living in now. So what are some of the features that we made in order to make it accessible? Well, the very first thing that you'll notice is that all the outside entrances are level. There aren't any steps. So that way, with it being the garage or the front door or anywhere else, I can simply roll in from the outside to the inside. You'll see a lot of houses that their front doors, or even the door from the garage into the house, will have steps up. Well, that doesn't work. So you either need to build a ramp in order to have a way to get in, or then need to build them level in the first place. So another feature is that the halls are wider than most. So this way it gives more room for me to get around. And I can go faster if I wish, but I really don't do that anymore now that I'm getting to be an old man. But also in my area, we use what are called pocket doors. So if you think of a regular door, it opens, and of course the door has to be somewhere. Well, for me, that door can get to be in the way. So my room and next door, we have pocket doors that slide in and out so that they can be closed or open, but the door just kind of hides in the wall. So that way it's not in the way for me moving around. Then also the porch lift we had at our first house, well, it moved with us to this one as well, so that I can get to the basement if needed. And it's also a good place to park my wheelchair. We do have it that I can go around the house and use a walk-in or roll-in basement. But in the case of bad weather, or if it's really cold out and I need to get downstairs for something, well, then we can also just use the lift. But finally, in my room, I also have a way to get in and out of bed. So on the ceiling, there is a beam attached to the ceiling of my room that is a lift. So with that, we use a sling and can get me up out of my chair into bed, or the other way around. So this way it also is up and pretty well out of the way, and we don't need to find a place to store a Hoyer lift or that kind of thing. But the Hoyer lift, that works well also. Just need to have a place to put it. So these are some of the main areas that you really need to look at when building or modifying a house, and other areas that some people may want to look at are the bathrooms, that having a roll-in shower or having toilets with grab bars around them. If you have a lower level injury than I do, and you're able to use your arms and move yourself around, then those are also items you will want to have in place, and of course test for your own outfit of what works best for your needs. So these are some of the things that we look at, again, for living with a spinal cord injury. I would like it myself that all new houses would be required to have at least one accessible entrance. That way, people that use wheelchairs can be more enabled to get into other people's houses, at least to go visit. And face it, we're all getting older, and at some point you will likely want to have a level entrance yourself for whatever reason. But I don't see that happening for a long time. But that's just one of my ideas that I would like to see. So again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time on the Quad Life. Bye for now.